Hey, Dennis Van Vliet here from Go-Kart Alley. I get a lot of people sending me messages asking me where did I get the Go-Kart fairings from. You know, we remade the old Manco go-karts and the Go-Kart Alley kits in 2017, and I built a couple finished out in the old style, and a lot of them, like this Amex one, has the fairing on it and everything. And people want to know, it doesn't come with the kit, where do I find these at? I just have to make them myself. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your own budget go-kart fairing. This is an original one right here, and it actually came off of my go-kart from when I was a kid. That's the orange crate one. It's just a piece of plastic, angled. It's got a couple holes in it. They zip tie it on just loose enough that the steering shaft still turns. And I was trying to find some flat plastic, trying to heat it and bend it, and I looked all over the place trying to find something I could make these out of. And I was at Walmart and I actually found a trash can that was almost the perfect angle and everything. So I've got one of those. I'm going to show you how we can lay it out and cut your own go-kart fairing and zip tie it on. So when I took this thing and I was looking for some kind of plastic that would work, I wanted something that had that taper look to it. And because this has a taper to it as well. So I was looking around and I found this Sterilite 4-gallon, 3-gallon trash can. Was like the perfect fit. It's right at the perfect length and it has the taper and everything to it. So we started with this, and I actually had the benefit of had my old one that I could lay up against it and get the things out. I'm going to show you how to lay it out with a tape measure so you can still get the right size. And if you get these graphics that are recreated from Crazy C's Generally Graphics, it fits perfectly on there. They're perfectly parallel to them. So we just start with this Sterilite 3-gallon. It's a model 1083 swing top trash can. Is the perfect thing to start laying out. So I'm going to lay this out, show you how to cut it out. So I want to get a straight line up the middle. So I'm giving myself a mark on the bottom. You don't want to make these marks too big because it's not like just erasing it off of paper. If the graphics are covering it, that's okay. So we got our straight line, top and bottom there. The top is gonna be 10 inches. So I'll set the 5 right there on my midpoint. This one is at 5 inches. So set it on the 2.5 mark. Mark this end, and then mark it at 5. So there's my outside marks. Outside mark there. So I got to get a straight line along here to be able to mark it, and that's why I'm going to use tape for that, because it's makes it a little easier to lay out that straight edge. So I'm putting the tape on the inside, right on that top mark, right on the bottom mark, and then bang. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So just lay that there. So I'm going to take and trace along this edge so I could see. Just a nice light line, enough that you could see it when you're cutting, but not enough that you have to try and sand it off or anything. You could use a Sharpie, but then you have to make sure and get rid of all the Sharpie. So, see, it's basically the same thing. Use a box cutter to rough cut outside your lines. Leave about 1/4 to 1/2 inch outside your lines. You're going to come back and clean those up later. Then you're going to want to cut the bottom of the can out and just use your box blade to carefully score along the edge and break away that excess. And then come back with a razor and carefully trim the rest of that bottom away. Be careful not to slip and cut your fairing or yourself. Don't cut towards yourself. Be smarter than I am. There's also reinforcement rib in the bottom. You want to take and carefully shave that away. When you lay it out, try not to allow that to line up right in the middle on your steering shaft or where the holes are going to be for the mounting straps. Then it's real easy to cut directly along the lines with the scissors. I'm going to throw that I have these coins there. So I'm just going to set it up in the edge. Kind of trace to get that radius. So now I'm going to cut them out. I like to use these sanding sponges because after you get done cutting, the edges get a little bit rough and a little bit wavy. Once you've got your fairing all cut out, lay it in place on the go-kart and place a mark on either side of the steering shaft on the bottom of the fairing, also on either side of the steering hoop on the left and right hand sides. Then drill on those marks with a drill bit just big enough to allow a zip tie to go through. So there's all the holes in it. There's the back side. So there you have it. That's how you make a go-kart fairing out of a trash can. Looks pretty nice. This one's already got the decals on it, and if you're looking for decals, you go to crazycsgeneralleaguegraphics.com. I'll put the link in the description. You can go and order them direct for them, and it works perfect on this fairing. It's just the right length for what you need. Send me some pictures. I'll put it on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those places. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and special thanks to Joe and Bryce from LISD Tech East. All right, we'll see you all in the next video. Thanks.